The way to get started is to quit talking about it and begin doing it. Until we manage time, we can manage nothing else. Time management is about life management. This one's great. I love this one by Albert Einstein. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with my problems longer. That's a real good one. So, how quickly are you trying to get yourself out of things? Because that's going to lead to this. If I ask you what's the difference between being busy and being productive, what would you say? What does it sound like the difference is to you?
Being busy and being productive.
Say it again?
When you're actually accomplishing something, not
Yeah.
busy work.
Yes, so we're definitely going to accomplish meaningful things. You can still accomplish stuff being busy, but how meaningful is it? For instance, I can be busy complaining. And what I can accomplish is that it's your fault and not mine. Not a meaningful goal, though. Right? Go ahead.
When I say busy, I feel like I'm busy. Like cleaning house or work.
Okay.
Productive, it's like I'm accomplishing, I'm working on something, and yeah.
Good. I like it.
That sounds good.
Anybody else?
With productive, there's a solution. It's solution oriented.
Yes. Solution. So last week we did fixing and healing. What side would be fixing and what side would be healing?
Healing is productive.
Healing is productive, good. So therefore, busy is fixing. If you guys remembered, if you're not, fixing is a temporary solution to an immediate problem. A temporary solution. So listen, you don't need drugs to suppress your feelings. You could be busy doing nothing suppressing your feelings. So it's not the drugs that makes us an addict. It's our mind, it's our brain, it's our mindset, the escape. So we'll rather be busy doing nothing than actually sit with ourselves and be productive and do nothing. You could actually be productive and not do anything by sitting with yourself, listening to yourself, changing the conversation with yourself. But technically, physically, you're not doing anything. But you could be very productive. By doing nothing, you're doing something by not doing anything. So busy, we're trying to fix ourselves. Productive is we're healing ourselves. Productivity is about the result, right? Being busy is how much time we're spending on something. As if time has value. To me, I don't think it does. I think what you do with it gives it value. Time within itself doesn't have value. So being busy, the focus is immediate demands and filling time with tasks. So when we're busy, we're doing things immediately. Not everything needs to be done immediately, right? The outcome may involve completing tasks with no significant advancement towards goals. So what is something that we do to stay busy, but it's not getting us to our goals? Anything come to mind?
Social media.
Social media, very good. What are other ways you like to stay busy? Maybe binge watching a show for 12 hours. Instead of doing some research, instead of hitting a meeting, or whatever the case may be. So there's no advancement. Listen to the characteristics. Tell me if anyone's feeling any of these feelings. Anyone overwhelmed? All right, good. Anybody
Just for shits and giggles.
burnt out?
Yeah.
Anybody feeling burnt out?
Me.
All right. Anybody feeling unaccomplished?
Alright, what a mess.
So if you got these three feelings, we're going to break them down. But if you got these three feelings, odds are you're being busy. You're opening 1,000,000 doors and you ain't closing any of them. So since you got 1,000,000 doors open, you feel overwhelmed, you feel burnt out, and you feel unaccomplished because you're not reaching any kind of results with anything right now. So how do you think we can eliminate this? What is something that our mindset should be doing in order to not be busy and get more productive?
What should we do?
Yeah, what do you think our mindset should be more on? Goals, good.
Planning.
Planning, good. So that's one P. Planning. I got another P that I want you guys to say.
Priorities?
Priorities. There you go. What are your priorities? What are some of your priorities?
Getting jobs.
Getting jobs, good. So to be productive, to get a job, what must you do?
Like me, like right now, I'm like super irritated because I've like applied for positions and everywhere says go online, fill out the online application. It's like cool, do that. Then it's like okay, upload your documents. Shit, I don't have my social security card.
Okay.
Well, now you can't just walk in and get your social security card. You have to sit on hold for 45 minutes, make an appointment, which they're like, oh, our first available May 5th.
Okay.
I'm like, is there anything I can do in between that? No.
I can help you with that.
Well, I got an appointment for the 22nd, so it's like,
Okay. All
They
right.
told me I couldn't do that, and I walked in.
And you got it done?
I walked in twice, and they had said you have to have an
I
appointment.
did what I was told.
I walked in and got
I'm
my
not
social
getting a
security card 2
response
weeks later.
from you guys.
I went
So
to
they
the one in
let
LA
me
and
in.
got mine and just walked in.
So there
I
you go.
tried Santa Ana and I tried,
LA's easy
I
as
just
pie.
found
We can figure that out.
LA's easy as pie.
Yeah.
but I made the appointment and then I come in and I'm like, okay, Aaron, look,
And you don't want to let
I
you
had
go.
to schedule this appointment. Here's the appointment day they gave me. He's like, well, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. We only take people on Thursdays, so it's like,
All
work
right.
with me.
All right.
Somebody work with me.
Frustration.
So,
So it's like, do you go online and say, hey, I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity. I don't have my social security card.
yeah. It's
think
just
it's
it's.
where it's from.
Listen, I'm dealing with something very similar. We put ourselves in this boat, so I'll share with you what's going on with me. I guess when my old car, I let people borrow it, and they went through tolls, and they didn't pay the tickets.
Yeah.
So when I went to switch to, that's why I don't have my car right now. When I went to switch to registration, I can't because I owe so much money
On the
on the tolls. So now I had to pay that, which now I'm kind of broke. Had to wake up at 4:30 to get here by 9. Got on the wrong train. Had to get on the other side. My whole morning's been wicked before I got it. But I put myself in the boat. I let people use my car that maybe I shouldn't have let use my car. It's just what we're dealing with right now. So now I'm with you. I'm with you.
Can I say something about this too?
Yeah.
We just went through, I know I've been bitching about it at every group about registration for our
Yeah.
vehicle. Dude, we finally got registered
I saw that.
yesterday. and
Feels
I
good,
jumped
right?
through every effing hoop to get there, and I've been so frustrated. But there is an ending. I promise.
Yeah.
Just keep fighting. Keep fighting.
That's the stuff that builds endurance.
Yes.
I'm
There you
on
go.
vacation, and I'm like, okay, I want to get this going because
Yeah.
I want to get out of sober living.
There you go. But see, sometimes we're tested on how
Yes.
bad we want the things we
Yes.
say we want.
Yes.
So might be right now. My last week is I'm gonna use the word rigid. That's the right word.
That's a
Right?
good one.
My last week has been very rigid. I'm not gonna say it's bad because it's been rigid. Like I'm getting hit with a lot of things right now. None of it is something that I've done to actually cause it, but I have to now deal with it because it's in my life. And that's just what it is. We're all going through it. Just keep going. That's it. Just
and then
keep
look,
going.
You can get one of these.
There you
They're
go.
Like $9.99 on Amazon. Look, to-do list. Top priorities. I'm grateful. Schedule to-dos. Don't forget notes.
So,
I'm just like, damn.
So-
That was work for me.
being productive, our focus is on priorities and clear goals. What do you think the difference between clear goals and just regular goals are? What makes a goal clear?
You know exactly what to do?
Say it again.
Something that you need in your life.
Something that you need in your life. Very good.
Specifics.
Specifics, right? A goal would be I want to get clean. Okay. A clear goal is I want to get a job so I can pay my bill to live on my own. Being clean is not vivid. That's not a clear goal to me. I don't even know what the fuck that means. To be honest with you. Sorry, I don't even know what that means.
At first, that's like when you're first getting sober, that's like.
That is
That's
the
my goal.
clear goal, to get off drugs and be clean. But then eventually we want to
Level
keep
up.
upgrading, right? If you have a free upgrade on your phone, are you going to take it? You're going to sit on it. You're going to take the free upgrade because you want a better phone. So it's like us. We're going to have to keep upgrading. If we stay at a certain point, we're going to get complacent and we're going to fall right back to where we were.
How do you keep from not doing that? Because I feel like I'm at that, like, I'm super frustrated because it's like shit, you know. Okay, I'm 47. I should have my freaking Social Security card. You know, in the midst of me being in Crazyville.
Yeah.
You know.
So if you're dealing with frustration, what are you focused on that's making you frustrated first? What are you focused on?
I had 2 people call me back and say, go on and fill out the application.
So you feel like you're missing opportunities.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
And
right.
So it's kind of like frustrating. So now I'm just like, what do I do?
Okay.
Do I just call and be like, oh, sorry, don't have my Social Security card? Or do I say nothing and just like, you know, it's just.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, missing out on opportunities can be frustrating. But if I allow that frustration to take me out, I don't have to worry about missing any opportunities because I ain't gonna have any.
Yeah.
What? Say it again.
If I allow, it's okay to get frustrated by missed opportunities. If I allow my frustration to dictate my actions, I don't have to worry about missing opportunities because I ain't gonna get one.
I know, but this is like the first time in my life that I'm trying to like live
There
a
it is.
legit life.
There it
And it's
is.
hard enough to like get up the courage to be
Yes.
like, apply for a real job.
Yes, but you're doing it. Healing is feeling and moving forward. Healing is feeling feelings we don't like and still taking care of our responsibility. You are, like she said, you are building endurance right now. You are building strength. You are building character. It's not fun to build these things, but there is a profit from building these things. You might get a job that you couldn't have gotten until you filled it out then, but if you would have got the other opportunities, you would have never got the job that's waiting for you.
Yeah.
You might have settled for something.
Okay, that's true.
You might have settled for something that's not for you, and God's like, you know what? I know she's going to take this because I know she's ready to go, and she's going to get herself in trouble. So you know what? She don't got a Social Security card, so I'm going to make her have to go get her Social Security card first
Yeah.
before she gets the job
how
that's
shit
waiting.
happens,
But that's how God works.
How you develop appreciation too.
Yep.
Also,
I did,
she
like,
said the word
4
should. I should.
interviews
That
before I
automatically
even
gives
got a job.
self-condemnation.
That's judgment word.
That's a judgment word. It cuts you right off. But you can exchange that word with "I could"
Instead of
or "I
being stressed
ought
out
to
over,
have."
I'm gonna get to work.
You know, that gives you freedom.
You're
so
doing it,
not,
though.
You're not stuck in toxic shame. Because that's the
It's
problem.
not that.
I just can't wait
You eliminate-
until
I'm
you
telling you,
get
it
the
works.
card and you get the job and you come in here glowing one day and telling everyone how great your life is. I'm going to go back to April 10th at 9:28. I'm going to be like, yo, remember when you were frustrated about all this and now you're so excited about everything?
Because you know, it just kind of seems like everything for me is like, it's like all at once.
Okay.
I love all my housemates to death. But you know, living in sober living has just kind of got me going.
Good? It should. It should. Be honest with you, you should not like living in sober living. I'm just saying, it should be a place that gives you an opportunity to have a roof over your head, but there's no way you should be satisfied. There's no way you should like it. There's no way you should not be comfortable. It's a stepping stone. It is not your forever place. Sometimes we'll listen, we're used to be living in tents and making that our home. We're used to making places our home and then it's ours. And we assume control over it. We do the same thing when we go in sober living. People are acting like it's their house and this and that. No, it's a temporary stay.
What?
It should suck. You should never want to come back. Treatment should suck so much that you should never want to come back. That's why they made jail the way jail is. You should not want to come back after serving your time. But the first time I went in jail, I had a good time. So you know what I did when I got out of jail? I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I could do that shit again. Yo, where the bag at? Let's go get that bag. I could do that on my head next time. I wasn't afraid of jail, so I wasn't afraid of breaking the law. I've had friends that got handcuffs put on them, and they stopped everything. Just the handcuffs was enough for them to stop what they were doing. Like, you pussy. But you know what? In all reality, I was the idiot. They were the smart one. If I would have stopped the first time handcuffs got put on me, I would have got myself out of a lot of trouble, right? So when we're being productive, the focus is on prioritizing tasks, setting clear goals, and listen to this, working intentionally to achieve your goals. So being productive we're very conscious of our intentions. What's going to determine our intentions is your motive. Your motive behind what it is that you're doing creates your intentions. These two things create energy.
Just down the street, couple of streets.
So the energy that we're bringing into our lives, if it's negative, you might have a negative motive for why you're doing what you're doing. So now your movements, the intentions aren't for the right reasons. So now you're going to build negative energy in your life.
No, I don't want that.
The outcome is that you make progress towards your goals. Can anybody give me something that they've done productive from themselves lately?
I added another step to my morning routine.
There you go.
I did,
So that's a clear goal, right?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely for my mental health.
Good. Very good. Anybody else?
I'm getting into the car in the mornings a lot.
we got our credit.
Fix your credit.
Nice.
That is definitely something productive.
Do the taxes?
The taxes, very good. That's productive. Anybody else? Something you done for yourself lately that's productive.
What'd you do?
I already told him.
Yes. All right.
Registration.
But listen to the characteristics.
Do you renew your driver's license yet?
I forgot.
So someone with being productive, and this is how I was with my drugs. I don't know about you. I want quality over quantity. I'd rather get an eighth of loud than an ounce of shake of Rex. Just saying.
Shake.
I've had friends that would rather have a whole bunch of shitty drugs. I'd rather have a little bit of great drugs.
Me too.
Right? So when we're being productive, you don't want everything. People that are productive, check this out. People that are busy want to be good at everything. People that are productive want to be great at a few things. I want to be great at a couple things, then be good at everything.
Yeah.
A friend of everyone is a friend of no one.
Yep.
You can't be everybody's friend. If you try to become everyone's friend, you're going to do what I did. You're going to manipulate and lie. You're going to become whoever you need to become for each person or each group of people. In that process, you're going to lose your identity. You ain't even going to know who you are after a while. I remember looking in that mirror and not recognizing the person I see in the mirror. I remember that shit as clear as yesterday. Instantly became at war with the person in the mirror. Instantly became at war with the person within. So I was just a walking mess for a really long time because of that. All right, so the characteristics is clear planning, effective time management. Why do you think our time management skills are going to get better when we're productive? What is it about productive that's going to make our time management skills better? What do you see on the board? What's on the board that's going to make you more effective with time management?
You're planning.
Planning, good. What else?
Energy.
Priorities, good. What else do you see?
Energy.
Energy, good. Goals. Listen, the way, if you really want to catch up on your time management, just look at what you did yesterday. Break it down hour by hour. Of everything that you did yesterday, how much of it is on this side right now? Just asking.
I got results yesterday.
Before I go to sleep every night, I process my day. Everything I did throughout the day, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, that was me being busy, that was me wasting time, that was me investing time, and that was me being productive. I get it all in one day. But if you don't have like a P&L statement, profit and loss statement, how the hell do you even know what the hell is going on in your life? To me, the two most important things is how you wake up and how you fall asleep, not what happens throughout the day. That's why on your tombstone it has the day you were born and the day you died, because those are the two most important dates, believe it or not. The day you came into this world and the day you leave this world. There's only two dates people are probably going to remember. So the in-between, what happens throughout the day, how I wake up is preparing me for the day, for the bullshit and everything that's coming. How I fall asleep is how I process my day. So then therefore I can take my wins and I can take my lessons, and then the next day I can build on it. Do you have a P&L statement? If I asked you guys right now, what did you do yesterday? Would you be able to break it down the whole day? What did you do last week? What did you do a month ago? What did you do 2 months ago? We want to set clear goals with planning and priorities, but if you ain't checking yourself and your progress, how do you even know where to work and what to take out and what to add? We were on point with drugs, though. We were on point with our days with drugs. No time was wasted in active addiction. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
Our mindset was planning, priorities, and clear goals in active addiction. We planned on how we were going to get the drugs. The priorities, I wasn't messing with anything that was going to take me from my drugs. Right? And then I had clear goals. Walmart at 9 a.m., McDonald's at 12, the trap house at 3. My day was planned.
And nobody got in the middle of that.
And it was planned according to my priorities and my goals. So guess what? Wake up with determination, you go to bed with satisfaction. I got drugs every day for 20 years because of this. I made it a priority. If it wasn't helping me get it, miss me with the bullshit. You telling me how to get my life together? No. That's messing up my priorities. I want to get high. You need to go somewhere, bro. You want to help me? You got money to help me get drugs? No, then you need to go somewhere. I was so quick to eliminate anything that got in the way of me getting my drugs.
It's true.
How quick are you to eliminate what's going to take you away from your recovery? We still hanging out with people we shouldn't hang out with? We still fantasizing about shit we shouldn't fantasize about? We still trying to make money the way we've been making money? We still trying to cut corners? The characteristics is effective time management and a focus on quality over quantity. All right? You guys got this? Because I'm going to put more notes. Everyone's good with it? I can erase it?
I got it if anybody needs
There
it.
you go. So we're going to go to very distinctive differences between these two. Things that you guys can hold on to. I need to know the difference because there's times I'm busy and I'm not productive. I'm human. Right? But I need to know when I'm being busy. So busy is frantic work. While productive is focused. Remember, whatever you focus on, you attract. Whatever you focus, if you're focused on your life being shitty, you're attracting a lot of feelings that are associated with your life being shitty. I say it all the time. See a certain car, see a certain number, you start seeing it everywhere.
Yep.
Because you focused on it. It wasn't that it wasn't in your life before. When you focused on it, you attracted now your eyes to see it everywhere. So what are you seeing everywhere in your life right now? What is it that you're seeing? Is it mistakes? Is it failure? Because then that's what you're focused on. So whatever you're attracting in your life, whatever you're seeing in your life, there's a way you're focusing on something that's allowing it to be present in your life. Right? This morning I was going through it. I was getting pissed off. I'm like, all right, Mike, what are you focused on? You mad because someone did something to you and now you got to pay the price. But you know what, Mike? How many people's lives did you fuck up for 20 years in active addiction? It's just coming back to you, bro. What are you going to do? You're going to cry? You're going to complain? No, I'm going to go to work and I'm going to take care of my business. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm focused. I'm focused on getting to the finish line. I want to be with Jesus, right? So being busy is about working harder. While being productive would be what? If being busy is working harder, productive is what?
Working less.
Working smarter.
Smarter.
Smarter so we could use less energy, right?
Yes. Smarter, not harder.
Yes. So when we're working smarter, our effort, right, is intelligent. Meaning that there's a purpose for it, right?
Right.
Why? Because we're focused. When we're frantic, we're working harder. The effort will take your ass out.
Yeah.
Listen, society tells you that if you work hard, you'll get everything you want. If you work smart, you'll get everything you want. Working harder could take you out. Right now, you might not be able to work hard towards something. You might first need to learn about it before you actually put effort into it. I thought by working harder, I'll get things quicker. The faster I work and the more that I do, the more that I'll get. No, it took me out. The more that I did, it took me out. Be great at important things, not good at everything. So what are some important things you're going to have to get great at? Besides not using, let's get spiritual. Organization, very good. Financial, very good. What else? What are you going to have to get great at?
Facing fear.
Facing fear, very good. Say it again. Financial planning, very
Investing
good.
in mental health.
Investing in mental health, very good. Very good. These are things you want to get great at, important things, right? A foreman comes on a job, a foreman delegates the work. He delegates the work. So maybe what you need help with, you could delegate and get someone to help you with it so you could get great at the important things. You might have too much on your plate right now. You might feel overwhelmed and you might be procrastinating like I used to. When you put too much on your plate, who do you need? Keisha? You might, if you got too much on your plate, you don't know where to start. And since you don't know where to start, you might try to figure out one way to take care of everything. And if you can't find one way to take care of everything, you're sitting back until you can. So nothing's getting done. There's no productivity in our lives. Being busy is fueled by trying to be perfect. It's fueled by perfectionism. Society tells you that there are consequences when you're not perfect. So us trying to be perfect is actually a defense mechanism. If I am perfect at everything, I don't have to worry about anything happening to me. But there's no such thing as perfect. When you're striving to be perfect, look where your mindset's going to be. You're only going to be focused on what you're not doing. You're not even going to give yourself credit for what you are doing. Why? Because being perfect means that those things I'm supposed to be doing them. Instead of giving yourself credit for doing something for yourself, your mind is always going to be on what you're not doing because you're striving to be perfect. You won't even give yourself credit. For instance, you'll hear somebody say, I only have such and such amount of time clean. I only. The reason that we use the word only is because we don't see it as perfect. So being busy is trying to be good at everything. Good at everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Productivity is fueled by purpose. Instead of trying to be perfect, we're fueled by purpose. We want to get better. That's my purpose. Get better, right? So my focus is to attract things better, so let me work smarter so my effort has more intelligence with it, so I could produce more results. Frantic work. You're going to work harder. You're going to take yourself out. You're going to try to achieve something that's not actually achievable, and you're going to try to be good at everything. When you don't need to be good at everything. You really don't. Being busy, you feel there's such a thing as multitasking. You guys can fact check me. You guys got phones.
That's an illusion.
There's no such thing. The brain cannot multitask. The brain is doing one thing at a time. You think you're multitasking. The brain is just switching from one thing to another. Fact check me and do your research and see if there's such thing as multitasking.
Damn.
When I'm double fisting, I'm drinking one at a time. I'm not multitasking. If someone's chewing gum and walking, they're not multitasking. Busy's being rushed.
Fact check him.
Fact check me right now. Come on. Productivity is being relaxed. Why? Because we're working smarter and our effort has more intelligence. And then productivity is doing one thing at a time. For instance, I need my drugs. Single task. First got to get money. Then I got to call the dealer. Then I'm going to do the drugs. There's no way I could do all three at once. That's not multitasking. First I had to get the money, single task. Once I got the money, then I called the dealer. After I called the dealer, I got my drugs. See how productive I was? We got to break things down in single task. Listen, to me, and I'm a little bit... active addiction and recovery are, I think, like 90% the same shit. The 10% is the spiritual foundation. All your characteristics are transferable.
It says task
No,
switching.
it's not multitasking.
Task
it's
switching.
Task switching.
Switching.
There you go. Thank you for fact checking me. So, single task. I'm going to show you. In active addiction, you need motivation. In active addiction, you need determination. In active addiction, you need grit. You need resilience. You need perseverance. You need all of it. I'll prove it to you. Perseverance is the ability to keep going, right? We could lose our kids and keep getting high. We could lose our apartment and keep getting high. We could lose everything and keep getting high. That is called perseverance. So you don't need to learn perseverance. We need to change our mindset so the perseverance is used properly. Grit, doing things you don't want to do. I did a lot of shit I didn't want to do. There might be some stuff right now that you don't want to do to get your life together. But you already prove it to yourself that you'll do things that you don't want to do in order to get results. Resiliency, the ability to bounce back. Anyone get locked up for a crime? Get out of jail and perform the crime as soon as you got out of jail?
Oh, yeah.
They call that the ability to bounce back.
Not even 5 minutes.
What I'm saying is all the skills are transferable. You don't need to learn these skills. You already have them. What we need to do is change our mindset. Why? Our mindset... Where's my eraser? Our mindset dictates 3 things. Anybody know the 3 things it dictates?
The route I'm taking?
The route you're taking? Yeah, I guess, yeah. We'll break it down, though. Mindset dictates 3 things. The way I think, the way I feel, and the way I behave. I'll prove it to you. If I'm open-minded, that's a mindset, correct?
Yeah.
I'm thinking very positive. I'm feeling very optimistic. And I'm trying new things. If I'm closed-minded, I'm thinking very negative. I'm feeling very pessimistic. I'm doubting everything. And I ain't trying shit because it didn't work for me in the past, so it ain't going to work for me now. My mindset just dictated all 3 things. This is why this is all mindset. And I'm going to show you something I learned in treatment. Thoughts, actions, feelings. This is a triangle. Your therapist might be working with it, right? So it could go in any direction. What do you think your first thing is? What comes to you? What's the first thing that you feel comes to you?
Thought.
All right, anybody else? And there's no wrong answers because it's a triangle. Go in any direction.
Feeling.
Feelings? Okay, good. Anyone else? What's the first thing you get, you feel? All right? So look, I learned backwards to move forward. So let's say feelings, because this is what takes me out. So let's say I hate myself. I woke up and I hate myself. What I have to do is learn backwards. All right, Mike, what actions are we taking in our lives that's making us hate ourselves right now? What thought is allowing the action to occur so I feel like shit? I just found the root part of my problem. It's not the feeling that's my problem, and it's not the action that's my problem. It's my thoughts that are my problems. So if I want good feelings, look where my feelings are. It's last. So if I want good feelings, I must take good action if I want to change my feelings. And then I have to know what thought to sit on. So when I came across these things, 3 other words came to me. Prepare, effort, outcome. So look how this works. Thoughts, preparation, actions, effort, feelings, outcome. I don't want my good feelings to come until I get the outcome I want to get. So until I get that outcome, I'm going to keep going until I get it. Productivity. So how prepared? So you know what? Let's work backwards. What outcome would you like in life? What would you like to happen for you? Success, very good. That's a great outcome. Success.
I want peace.
Peace, good. Property, good. So now, sometimes it's taught to start with the end in mind. Meaning start where you want to end up and then work backwards to create it. So let's say the outcome is success. All right, cool. What effort are you going to have to put in to have that success? What preparation are you going to have so your distractions don't fuck up your effort and stop you from your success? How prepared are we? How prepared are you for your distractions? What kind of preparation are we doing? Are you just waking up winging it like I used to? It happens.
Proper preparation
Prevents poor performance.
There you go. The more prepared you are, the more productive you're going to be. Your effort is going to be more constructive, meaning that you're going to be able to build with it, and then your outcome will be more productive. So the preparation, effort, outcome. All right? So let's stay with it. We did that. I'm going to read you guys some things that are good. All right. Productive people have a mission for their lives. Busy people want to look like they have a mission for their lives. That was me. Every time I was in treatment, I would always make it look like I had a mission. Act as if. Miss me with the bullshit. Ain't never gonna happen if you acting like the person. Did you act like an addict? Or did you behave like an addict? Behave like somebody in recovery. Don't act like somebody in recovery. Acting, you're pretending. Denzel Washington acts like a cop. When he goes home, he's not a cop. So he's only a cop when the cameras are on him. When you're acting as if, you're only doing the recovery shit when the eyes are on you. Come on. When we're alone, you ain't acting as if because there's nobody to act for. Behave as though you are. We were addicts in the dark. We were addicts in the light. We were addicts at Christmas dinner. We were addicts at birthdays. We were addicts at funerals. We didn't take no time off. We didn't act like one. We behaved as one. We need to behave like someone in recovery, not act like somebody in recovery. We're too good at playing a role. We're too good at manipulating. We're too good at making ourselves think we're doing something for ourselves when we're not even doing it for ourselves. Productive people have few priorities. Busy people have many. Productive people say yes slowly. Busy people say yes quickly. Busy people, this is a real good one. Productive people focus on clarity before action. Clarity before action. Busy people just focus on action. There's no clarity. There's no, all right, I'm going to go do this because it's going to get me that in the future. Productive people I don't want my results today. No way. I want results in the future. So I'm going to put in work today that's going to produce an opportunity in the future. Busy people want to do the work today, get the result today, and get everything today. So that's why you'll look to do 1,000,000 things every day. Instead of doing something little bit each day to build an opportunity in the future. The purpose of time is so you don't get everything all at once. If I had a magic wand and I was able to give you everything you've ever wanted right here, right now, 6 months from now, are you going to be happy or are you going to be bored? Yet we want everything right now. If I gave it to you right now, one, we wouldn't appreciate it because you didn't work for it. So therefore, you're not going to keep it because you didn't do anything to get it. It was given to you. Productive people close doors. Busy people keep all the doors open. Productive people let the results do the talking. Busy people talk how busy they are. So I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys right now. When I tell people I'm busy, it's just because I don't want to pick up the fucking phone.
Yep.
People that are too busy, real people that are busy are too busy to tell you that they are busy. When I use I'm busy, it's just a bullshit excuse. We always make time for the shit we want. Let's keep it a buck.
Always.
Let's keep it a buck. So let's stop saying we're so busy. Because if you could say you're busy, that means you're doing nothing in the moment to be able to say that you're busy.
That's right.
Just saying. Full transparency, I used to do it. Productive people make time for what's important. Busy people talk about how much little time they have. Productive people focus. Busy people try to multitask. Productive people take their time. Busy people respond to things too quickly. Productive people want others to be effective. Ready? Busy people want other people to be busy. So if you're someone that's busy, you might be looking at people's behaviors and be like, yo, they should be doing this, they should be doing that, this, because you're a busy person. If you're productive, you want that person to be effective. So you're going to help that person. Instead of tell that person what they need to do, you're going to help that person get better. Once you become a productive person, you're going to want other people to become productive. Because you're going to see what's in your life. Busy people want other people to be busy. And that's just what it is. Look at your parents. They probably were just telling you to do a million things because maybe they were just busy people. Because they were doing a million things. And then we'll get some sort of resentment towards someone who ain't doing all the work, and we feel like we're doing so much more work. We'll get this sense of entitlement in a sense. Productive people are making the changes. Here it comes. Busy people talk about how much they're going to change. So let's stay with it. Busy people prioritize shallow tasks. Productive people prioritize the most important ones. Here it is. Here's a good one. Busy people give away attention to anything. Productive people reserve attention for the important things. Reserve attention. So that means that there's a block, a time slot in the day reserved for me to do this because this is going to get me that in the future. Listen, you could be going to meetings every day and not be productive. The meetings could just be keeping you busy.
Yeah.
You ain't going there, you ain't listening, you ain't sharing, you ain't doing nothing. You're just going to go. You're busy, it's frantic, it's about working harder. 90 meetings in 90 days.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
It's about becoming perfect. If I do all the things, I'll get all the things. Not necessarily true, because you might be doing things that are keeping you busy and not allowing you to be productive. All right?
Wait, so the time slot goes in productive, right?
Yes, my bad. The
Okay,
time
no,
slot,
you're
time slot to be productive.
Okay.
Yes.
That's how you
We're,
use mouthpiece.
we're reserving attention to be productive. So where in your day do you have it reserved to read, research, whatever it is? You got to have a slot that's reserved for it, that's non-negotiable. Why? We're going to get into time management. It's very important that it's non-negotiable, that you are going to be productive in that time and work towards something that's going to get, because life can get you busy. So much can happen in a day that just takes you away from what it is that you wanted to do that would make you better. So you have to have that slot, a non-negotiable slot. Busy people have a lot of good projects, while productive people have a few exceptional projects. So now that I've been on this walk, I used to be busy. I wanted a whole bunch of good projects, clothing line, all the fucking things, right? And it almost took me out. Now I'm a productive person. I have exceptional things. My focus and only focus is the church that I'm a part of and building that church. Anything outside of that, it ain't getting my attention right now. You know how simple that's made my life? You know how much peace I have in my life because I'm focused on one thing now and building one thing. So all my attention and energy is going to that one thing. I wanted to be good at everything. So I had a million things going and I would get nothing done. I feel unaccomplished. I'd get burnt out and overwhelmed. I am not burnt out. I am not overwhelmed. No matter what happens in my life right now, because my desires have changed. What is the desire behind getting the things you want? Is the desire to get the things you want so you could show the world how great you are? Or is the desire to get the things you need so you could be happy with the person you see in the mirror, not if the world is happy with you? All right, I think that was it on that one. Let me see. Being busy, you have poorly specified goals. Being busy, you have multiple priorities. Being busy, you talk a lot about being busy. Being busy, you immediately respond to any given task. And you talk a lot about how you're going to change. You have clear priorities. You say no to many things. And your yeses are thoughtful. Meaning, you're saying yes mindfully. What does that sound like? If I'm saying yes mindfully, what am I doing with my yeses?
Consenting, or. starts
You're
with a C
choosing.
word.
You're saying yes mindfully. You're playing the tape out before you say yes. You're weighing the pros and cons. If I do this, what is it going to get me in the future? How is it going to get me where I want to go? If I can't find that, I got to say no. So my yes is mindful. Believe it or not, I say no first to almost everything now. And then I'll let the person know if I could do it, I'll call you back. And then sometimes I'll call them back and say yes, and sometimes I leave it as a no. But my first answer to things right now is no. I can't do it. Let me look at my schedule and I'll get back to you. Even though it might sound like a great opportunity and something I want to do, I'll still say no. And then when I do say yes, believe it or not, I let it go to see how it comes back to me. There's a lot of times I've said yes to something and the other person didn't do their end, so it never came back to me. So I didn't put in the effort until I was able to see effort. But then when it comes back to me and I see that it's good, then all right, now I'm going to go for it. Go ahead.
On my job at Amazon, I have to throw packages at a second. And the manager tells me, so I'm just a busy guy, you know?
Yes.
But the manager, the head site manager, 26 years old, and I noticed on the walkie, she would do that. She's the productive one, like you're talking about, where she'll just say, she'll pause, like, and it's uncomfortable pausability before she gives an answer. That lady just goes to the executive suite
There you
and
go.
is making $200,000
There you go.
at 26 years old because
She's productive.
shit, she's very uncomfortable with being around because I'm busy.
Yes. So I want to show you guys something.
Fucking weird.
If you guys want to use this, you can. When I learned it, I started using it. It's called the Eisenhower matrix. All right? You guys know the president, right? Eisenhower. He came up with this matrix. This matrix is used in rubrics, in college courses. It's a very profitable thing, all right? So it's a cube, right? I'm going to do my best to do it. All right. It has 4 quadrants. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, all right? The first quadrant is called urgent. The second quadrant is called not urgent. It's a way to do time management. This one is delegate. I gotta take that. And then this is limit or delete. So basically, urgent and important, not urgent, but still kind of important. Delegate, not as important. And limit, not as important. They're all good, but we want to break it down. So urgent is something that you need to do now. All right? Not urgent is when you're planning things. Delegate is when you can push things off and get help. And then limit or delete distractions. So urgent is something we need to do now. Not urgent, but important might be a phone call you need to make later on. It's an important call, but it's not urgent for right now. So do it now. Things that usually involve a tight deadline or time sensitive, right? Crisis management, tight deadlines, major problems, important things that have been left for the last minute. Urgent is the most important thing. The not urgent side are scheduling and planning. Personal growth, future planning, building relationships, and long-term goals. That's where the planning goes. The delegating. Not all urgent tasks are important. Often tasks that fall into this section can be handled by somebody else. Who do you need? There you go. So not all tasks. What are some things in your life that you could delegate? Is there anything in your life right now that you could delegate, that you don't have to do yourself, that you could get help with?
Get my prescription.
Okay, good.
my taxes. Somebody out my
Okay.
does taxes.
How about your problems? Maybe you could delegate some of your problems and have somebody help you with your problems. Tasks that require attention now, but are usually more about somebody else's goals rather than your own. Maybe you're trying to help other people right now. Maybe you could delegate some of that work. I'm getting better at delegating because I'm a control freak, right? And because I'm a control freak and I kind of been on this journey solo for the first 2 years, everything I was doing was myself. I didn't have to really worry about delegating my work to somebody and then messing it up. I'm getting better at delegating the work because I'm getting better at knowing how to delegate the work and who I'm delegating it to, right? So aimlessly scrolling through social media, videos, office, gossip, all those things are distractions. So if you want to plan, what are the things that you have to do now? What are things that you're going to have to plan for the future? What are some things you could delegate to give someone else? And what are going to be the distractions that take you out? All right? We're going to erase it. Everybody got it? You can just look up the Eisenhower rubric. All right. So let's keep going. Where are we at? What time? Oh, we're good. All right, so now I want to do, if I ask you what's the difference between investing and spending time, what would you say? Think of money. Investing,
Patient.
spending.
Investment.
So, that would be definitely an investment. If I'm making an investment into a company, what am I expecting back?
Return.
Profit. But when am I expecting the profit? Now or later?
Later.
When I'm spending money, why am I spending money?
To get a product now.
To get instant gratification, to get gratification, right? So we want it now. So if we are only spending money and we are not investing money, we're going to go broke. If you are just spending your time and you ain't investing your time, you're going to get bored and you're going to give up. So investment is a profit for something we want later on. Whereas spending, why do I spend money? Because I want to get a pair of sneakers. Why? Because the sneakers make me feel good when I buy them. Investing time refers to activities that lead to future benefit or growth. Future benefit or growth. I don't know anyone that invests 24 hours a day. I don't.
Well, you gotta sleep some.
Well, I mean, invest all the time that they're awake. I don't know anyone that actually does. Life would be really boring if that's all you do. There's nothing wrong with spending time. But you should spend time after an investment, not spend time before the investment. Like, I'm not going to spend my money unless I know more money's coming in. If I know more money's coming in, then I'm going to go spend it. Like when we were selling drugs, we were able to spend all our money. Why? Because we were going to make more tomorrow. So we had an investment. We knew we were going to get more tomorrow, so we spent it today. Right? So this we want now. So what are some things you can invest your time in that will give you future benefit or growth?
Talking to support.
Talking to support, good. What else? What is something you can invest your time in?
Savings account.
Savings account, very good.
Your health.
Your health, very good. Anything else?
Class. School.
School, class, future benefit, working out, exercise, reading the Bible, go to church. There's a lot of things that we can invest time. Spending time, immediate gratification without long-term goals. Immediate gratification, I think, without long-term goals. What are some ways we spend our time?
TV.
TV, good. What are other ways we spend our time?
Media.
What?
Phones.
Social media?
Phones.
Phones. Complaining. Sitting in our sorrow. Playing the victim. That's a real good way of spending your time.
Self-pity.
Self-pity. Right? So investing time means dedicating your time to activities that will yield positive results. So I'm going to show you guys how I plan my day, how I used to and how I no longer. When I first got into like treatment and building the routine, my days used to look like this: 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and so on and so forth. I would have something on the hour, every hour for me to do. That's being busy. Because look what happens. In the middle of this word, what do you see? All right.
If.
Life is iffy. So since life is iffy, you have to allow life on life's terms to occur in your life. If you are setting your day up hour by hour, you are not allowing life on life's terms to happen. Because look what would happen. Say I bang out 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. Say something happens at 8. Life happens. So now I can't do 8. You know what I try to do at 9? I try to double up.
You said Satan at 7. I heard you.
I said Satan at 7?
I heard Satan. I did.
Anybody else hear me say Satan?
No.
Like Satan attacks at 7 in the morning or something.
Oh.
He said you say.
Oh, so it sounded like Satan.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. So, okay. So, when you're planning your day like this, you're not allowing life on life's terms to happen. So when life on life term happen and we can't do these things, we start getting out of whack. So I'm going to show you how I changed my day. I'm up at 3 a.m. From 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., I have one task. One. The most important task. But look what happens. Say I finish the task by 5 a.m. Now these 2 hours I could add something instead of taking things out. So now I feel more productive rather than less productive. I schedule my days in blocks, 4-hour blocks. So from 3 to 7, I'm productive, right? I'm hyper-focused. At night is where I have the other one. It's usually like maybe 9 to like midnight. I'm productive. You've heard me say it. I'm productive during these blocks no matter what. So you know what that allows me to do? Spend the time I want in between. So I'm not all work, no play. I'm having fun with my life while I'm investing. You know why I can spend my money? You know why I can spend my time? Because I made an investment as soon as I woke up. I made an investment in my life. I did something that was productive. So now after that, I am now going to go do what I want for a little bit and go enjoy my time. Spend some of my money. Spend some of my time. If all you're doing is investing, you're not going to have fun with it. You got to be able to spend your time. There's nothing wrong with spending time. Spending time is enjoyment. You need enjoyment into your life. You just can't be spending more time than you're investing. But you can spend time. But you got to invest. So where is your time being invested right now? What are some things that you've been investing your time in? Meetings, okay, very good. Prayer, very good. What else? Gym, very good. So I'm going to give you some examples. Invest in time or future orientated. Invest in time means dedicating your time to activities that will yield positive results. One thing, learning a new skill is invest in time. Taking a course or a workshop to improve your abilities can lead to a better job opportunities and personal growth. Second one, developing a hobby. Pursuing a passion can lead to fulfilling creative outlets or even a new source of income. Networking. Attending events, meetings, connecting with people, it will open up doors to new opportunities. Anyone ever go to a meeting or somewhere and meet someone who was able to help you out with something?
Oh, yeah.
How much are you networking? Who are you networking with, though? Last one. Reading and self-improvement. Engaging in activities that expand your knowledge and personal development. What are some activities that you could do that will expand your knowledge and your personal development?
Go to the library.
Go to the library, very good. What else?
You can listen to some audiobooks.
Listen to audiobook, podcasts, whatever it is. What else? What's an activity that will help you get smarter? If you don't know, just Google it. There's plenty of things you can find. What are some activities that will help with personal development? Say it again. Exercise, good. For some people that are working the programs, self-inventory.
Yeah,
It's a
I like
great
to
way to, that's an investment.
help other people.
Help other people, serving other people, that's an investment. The Bible says that there's treasure hidden inside every single person. Help somebody get better and dig that treasure out of them and watch how people start coming in your life and just giving you things and helping you with it. I'm living it. I'm living it. I've helped so many people these last 2.5 years. I'll get calls. People got money came their way. They want to send me money. Who got an opportunity? Yo, Mike, you need a job? So many things have come my way because of who I've helped, but I have not helped people to get it from them because I'm productive. I want you to be effective. That's it. You reap what you sow. But what I'm saying is that there's treasure inside of us. God just hid it inside so people could dig it out of each other. So then we could help each other afterwards. Long-term benefits. Investing time can lead to increased skills, knowledge, and opportunities, ultimately contributing to a better future. You all got phones on you, right? This is what I did. In treatment, they gave me my phone because it was like COVID or whatever, right? So I would have 2 alarms that went off every 2 hours, right? Every 2 hours I had an alarm that went off, busy or productive. And then another one that went off in 2 hours that said investing or spending. Right? So this is what I did. When these alarms went off, in that moment, if I was being busy, I stopped and I got productive. In that moment. Doesn't mean I'm still like that for the rest of the day. But in that moment, I was able to do it. Then the other one, investing or spending. If I was spending time, I invested time. 2 hours later, I was probably being busy again. So I got productive again. 2 hours later, I was spending time. So now I invested time. So every 2 hours doing that on the phone, my mind got used to now asking those questions without the alarms. So now when I go throughout the day, yo, Mike, what are you doing right now? You spending time or you investing time?
Okay.
Yo, Mike, what are you doing right now? You being busy or you being productive?
It became a habit.
It became a habit.
That's good.
Use your phone to have alarms go off to remind your mindset to get back to where it needs to be. Because there's so many distractions in this world that will take you away from what you need to do. How are you checking your mindset? I used to have alarms going off all the time. People in treatment like, yo, bro, what is up with you, bro? Your phone's going off every hour. Don't worry about it. I'm being productive. Don't worry about it.
I need help.
I need help, right? So spending time. Spending time focuses on activities that provide immediate pleasure or relaxation without necessarily leading to long-term goals. Some examples: watching TV or movies, socializing, relaxing and unwinding, and leisure. There's nothing wrong with those things that I just said, but those things can't be more of your time than being investing. You have to have an investment somewhere in your day. All right, so real quick, the key differences in a nutshell. Investing time, we're focused on future benefits. Spending time, we're focused on immediate pleasure. Goals. Investing time, the goal is skill development, knowledge acquisition, and opportunity creation. That's very important. When you're investing time, the goal is self-development, knowledge acquisition, and opportunity creation. Spending time, the goal is enjoyment. So if you are waking up chasing happiness, you are going to spend your time. You are not going to invest it. Mentally strong people wake up on the mindset of self-development. They do not wake up on the mindset, how could I be happy today? Because a mentally strong person knows that if I work on myself and I gain knowledge, I will create opportunities that will then lead to happiness. I want my happiness to be created. Remember, thoughts, actions, feelings? Happiness is a feeling. So if I want to be happy, I must take actions that's going to make me happy, not find something that's going to make me happy. Examples of investing time: learning, networking, and self-improvement. Examples of spending time: watching TV, socializing, and relaxing. The outcome of investing time is long-term and then the outcome of spending time is short term. All right? You guys got any questions? Everybody's good? All right, so I'll see you guys at 10:45. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.